All right, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a little ride and chat today. See if this thing will stop all the wind noise, and maybe you might actually be able to hear me talking. Man, it's hot today. It's about 95 degrees. The last ride I recorded, it was 30 degrees. I would much rather ride in 30-degree weather. Not sure if this is really gonna pick up the sound good. It may, all the wind noise may be way too much. I can't hear nothing but wind. Today I'm riding my new wheel. Well, it's not brand new. It's I've had it for about a month now. I think I've got about 500 miles on it so far. But this one is this one's the bigger version, or the biggest version. This one looks very similar to my other one. But this one's a bit bigger. So I'm going to take the normal route that I normally take every day. I ride this route just about every single day. Every day that it's not raining anyway. I don't like to ride in the rain. My wheel is waterproof, but I just don't like riding when there's wet conditions. But this will be my normal route that I ride every day. I've added a couple of new roads to the route. Phew, man, did I mention it was hot? It is hot. So this new wheel that I'm riding is the Veteran Sherman L. My other one is the Veteran Patent. They name their wheels after tanks because they're built like a tank. And I do have the first wheel that I bought, which was much smaller. That one only weighs about 35 pounds. That's the one that I learned on after about, I don't know, riding that about a couple 100 miles, 300 miles or so. It was pretty clear that I needed something else because that one doesn't have a lot of range, and the speed's 25 mile an hour top. Then I bought the Patent. It is a great wheel. That's the one that I've been riding in most of the videos that I posted. And it's a great wheel. Got a good top speed, good range. It'll do 50 mile an hour top speed and has a range of about 60 miles. But it is smaller than this one. The wheel diameter is smaller. It's not as stable. This wheel is much more stable than the Patent. I mean, the Patent's not bad. It rides really good. It's just that at higher speeds, it's not as stable. I believe it's a 16-inch. The Patent's a 16-inch wheel. This one's a 20-inch. And you can definitely tell the difference in the two. This one weighs a bit more, so it's there's a lot of difference you can tell on this one. When you're riding at speed and you're going into a turn, you really have to kind of manhandle this wheel. This one weighs about 105 pounds or so, and so when you're turning, you have to give it a little push to get it to turn. The Patent, it turns really easy. It's very agile because it's a smaller wheel. It weighs about 90 pounds. You wouldn't think that 12 to 15 pounds would make that much of a difference, but it does. I couldn't believe how much difference that it actually makes in the way that the wheel rides. But I can say that with all the stuff that I've done, like snowboarding and wakeboarding and riding the motorcycles and everything, this is definitely the funnest thing ever that I've ever done. I mean, if I had my choice of riding, Winter Park, Colorado, snowboarding for a day, or riding this, I would definitely take a snowboarding day somewhere out west. But the problem is that you don't get to do that very often. And this is, to me, just as fun. This makes the whole world your ski slope. You can ride this anywhere, anytime you want. And it's just so cool. I mean, the feeling of riding this thing is like, I don't know, it's like you're floating on air or flying or something. It's because your hands are free, and it's hard to describe, but yeah, it's It's definitely a cool feeling. Definitely an addictive thing to do. This is all, I really, every day I'm like, how long till I can go ride? How long till I go ride? Because this is definitely a blast doing this. If I had bought this before I bought my little motorcycles, I probably wouldn't have bought the motorcycles, because this is way more fun. I really hope that this microphone eliminates the wind noise. We will see. Still don't like going down hills too fast. This thing does stop good. They accelerate like a rocket. This thing takes off. You know how it is with electric motors. It's like just instant torque. It takes off really fast, and it does stop good. But when you're going down a hill, it's not quite. It doesn't stop quite as fast as if you're on flat ground or going up a hill. So I'm normally a little cautious when I'm going down hills. I know on the camera you can't really tell the elevation, but there is a lot of hills. Like right now, I'm going up a hill, and it probably looks totally flat on the camera. Gotta watch out for all the bumps and the potholes, manhole covers, stuff like that. This thing, both of my veteran wheels, this one and the patent both, has very good suspension. They have a dual oil-filled coil shock strut type of things, one on each side, and it does has a pretty good suspension, and it soaks up most of everything. But I still try to avoid some of these major bumps. My knees are not as young as they used to be. So the things you got to watch out for here in my neighborhood is deer jumping out of the woods on the side of the road. I have had so many close calls you would not believe. Just the other day I came over this hill right here, and you got to watch out for the people not paying attention, but in this yard right here to the right, there was about 10 deer in that yard, and I came flying over the top of the hill, and they all ran, and every one of them went in a different direction. Of course, some of them came at me. I'm not sure what it is about the deer wanting to run toward me. Most of the time they do. Instead of running away from me, they run at me. I don't understand it. A couple of weeks ago, I was riding on this road right here, saw movement out of the corner of my eye, and looked over, and it was a doe, and she was running alongside of me on the side of the road. I think it was right about here. She was running alongside of me on the side of the road and just cut right in front of me, went right up through there, and her little baby, little bitty fawn that was, you know, still in spots, about the size of Ginger, my dog, come crazy legging it across the road right in front of me too. I slammed on the brakes and didn't hit them, but it was close. There's been a couple other, about 2 or 3 other times where deer have jumped right out in front of me. Had some very close calls. The squirrels, I've almost run over quite a few squirrels too. They do their little indecision thing. They start running back and forth in front of you. Don't know which way to go. You try to avoid them, and then of course they run toward wherever you try to avoid them. Whichever direction you take is the direction they normally go. But the main thing is the deer. I don't want to collide with a deer doing 30 miles an hour. That would not be fun. So I'm always watching the side of the road, because they stand on the side of the road, and then when you come by, this thing's quiet, so you sneak up on them, and then when you're right up on them, you startle them, and then they run across the road right in front of you. So the other thing you got to watch out for is the drivers. They can't drive on their own side of the road. For some reason in my neighborhood, the center line and stop signs are just a suggestion. People seem to think. I mean, on this thing, I normally don't stop totally at stop signs. If there's a car or something, I will slow down and I'll come to a stop if there's a car at the stop sign or something. But I mean, this is kind of like I'm walking. I can see clearly if anything's at the stop sign. If there's nobody at the stop sign and there's nothing coming, then I'll roll through it. It's not as easy to stop and start on these things, because you gotta, they don't balance when you come to a stop. So I got a little mirror on my arm. It's my rearview mirror, so I can look behind me and see if there's anybody behind me. And then on this hand, I've got the app that tells me, my temperatures, my speed, and all that good stuff. But back to the drivers. Yeah, you got to watch out. I've had a lot of people back out of their driveway right in front of me without looking. And like I said, a lot of people, they can't seem to drive on their own damn side of the road. I've had a lot of people come around curves, halfway or more than halfway on my side in my lane. So you got to watch out. You got to watch ahead at what's coming, especially when you're going into a curve. You got to watch for cars coming. Another thing I like about the electric unicycle is, man, it is a workout. You don't get quite as much cardio workout as you do with a bicycle pedaling, but it is a strength workout. Let me tell you, my legs, from my waist to the tip of my toes, feels like rubber by the time I get through with this ride. From your belly button to the tip of your toes gets a pretty intense workout. Your core, because you use your core a lot, but your thighs and your calves, oh my gosh, they are just feels like you've been to a gym doing squats and stuff when you get through the ride. Head down by the beach. They just did a repave job on this road, so man, it's nice and smooth. Not many people at the beach today. Now there's a few people out there in the water. But yeah, it's a Wednesday, so there's not a whole lot going on today in the neighborhood. Got some construction going on down here at the end of this road. But you can see some people out there at the beach having fun, staying cool in the water. But our neighborhood it's a great place to ride. And there's so many curvy and hilly roads to ride on. It's just a paradise for riding an EUC. And we got our other pool over here. Not a lot of people over here either on a Wednesday. Crazy people going to play golf. Man, there's no way I'd be out here in this temperature playing golf. Sorry. I mean, it's not too bad on the unicycle because I'm doing, 25, 30 miles an hour. So the wind does help. I'm not too hot right now. Sweating just a little bit, but it's not, as long as I stay moving, as long as I keep moving, it's good. I've had a couple people, when I go up there to the country club and I'm riding around the parking lot up there, people come up wanting to ask me questions and stuff, and I stop to talk to them, and man, I can't stop for long because I'm wearing, I am wearing shorts, but I've got my knee pads. I got on a pair of padded shorts with pads on them, and then I got another pair of shorts over that has hard armor for in case you slide on the concrete. Then I've got my Carhartt shorts on here with my knee pads. I've got a mesh jacket on that's got the body armor, shoulder, elbows, all that good stuff. All the padding for my upper body, and a motocross jersey, which does let a lot of air through. I mean, it does let air flow through, but it's still warm. And then I got my helmet and stuff on, and my gloves and wrist braces. So yeah, by the time I get through with this ride that I just did, or that I'm kind of wrapping it up now, should be about 12 miles. This is about what I do every day. Sometimes, depending on the temperature and how I feel, I may go a little more or a little less depending on the situation, but this is my normal about 12 miles, 12 and a half miles. And by the time I get done, I'll be pretty sweaty. Go home and drink about a gallon of water. So it'll be interesting to see if this microphone really does any good. Little Amazon cheapie that I picked up. Do one more little trip right up here to the country club and turn around, and then I'll be heading back to the house. Get something to drink. I do have a bottle of Gatorade in my pocket, just in case. They're doing some paving around the neighborhood, so this equipment up here is from that. And somebody's got their camper parked up here. I'm riding a little slower and more careful today since I'm carrying this camera. I definitely don't want to drop this camera. That would be about a $500 or $600 mistake. Whew. Yep. Did I mention it was hot today? It is hot. Steamy. All right. That concludes our ride for the day.